it's finally time to take her home. What a glorious day it is today, guys. It is time. Yes, you see it over there, the big giant shop vac. We are gonna go through and clean up the inside of the truck. I'm gonna take a look at what's inside the glove box, because if you're unaware, this is episode 5, if I'm not mistaken, in the 1993 F150 series. This was my grandpa's truck. It was then passed down to my dad, who did not drive it. It had a problem, then he parked it. And then when he passed away, it was passed down to me. So there is gonna be stuff in the glove box that was my grandpa's from way back 20 years ago, which is gonna be really cool to take a look in there. I'm actually gonna clean up the dash. Oh boy, you can't really see it. Let's see here. We're gonna kind of hit it, clean it up. I wouldn't say we're not detailing. We're just gonna kind of clean it up. And then the plan is I'm gonna clean it up, okay? Hear me out. We're gonna put the bed on, and then I just might, oh man, I'm so excited. I just might drive this thing home today. Now, I know this may not be as action-packed as, you know, getting it running and whatnot, but I wanted you guys to go along the journey with me. It's a huge moment for me to be able to have this thing ready to roll and actually drive it home. And man, that just means so much to me that you guys are here and a part of that. So let's do it. So the first thing I want to do before we actually start cleaning this thing up is just take a look in the glove box and see if there's any cool stuff in here. Let's just dive right in. So like I said, this last time that it would have been touched would have been about 20 years ago. So will this be like opening a time capsule? And whoa, okay, hold on. Okay. I caught a glimpse of something that I had forgotten about. It makes me laugh every time, even as an adult now. Hold up, let me figure out how I can show this on YouTube, because they're not gonna be a big fan of this. Yeah, okay. So that is exactly what you think it is. It was an inside joke, okay? Hear me out, just, let's move on. All right, so we've got some Johnny Cash's greatest hits. And I know, guys, with the light, it makes the screen kind of flicker, but it's really dark in here. Johnny Cash greatest hits, cassette tapes. We've got the cassette player in here. Alan Jackson. What else we got? We got some golf balls up in here. Some 22 ammo. My grandpa was always ready to go, ready to rock. Some tacks, maybe? Let's see. Like some sewing needles, fuses, fingernail clippers, a little box cutter. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Let's see. George Jones. You guys know about that George Jones. Let's see, more 22 ammo. More 22 ammo. There's a lot of 22 ammo in here. Lots of fuses. Oh boy, this looks old. Wow, this is one of those that like fold out. That's pretty cool. I think that he had, these are test strips. So I guess he had, maybe it was like diabetes or something like that. I think he had to check his blood sugar. There's some batteries in here. Some Hall's cough drops. Yes, the manual. That's pretty exciting. 1993. Shotgun shell. And I think that's really about it. There's some cards down in there and some other various things. But the real exciting, ooh, here's some kind of sensor or something. Okay, anyways. So the real exciting thing was the frog that has the thing. We're all adults here, but well, unfortunately we're not, because there's some kids that watch this stuff. So, pretty exciting. That was pretty cool. I'm gonna leave the Johnny Cash and the Alan Jackson probably in there, and I'm gonna jam out to those, just like old times in the cassette player. I think that would be pretty cool. Let's start cleaning this thing up. job. If you missed one of the previous episodes, it does what it needs to do, right? He got it pretty darn close. We're literally like a millimeter away. So I'm hoping between the two of us, we can just shimmy it just a little bit over, and I think we're gonna be lined up. So now we've got the bed aligned and the bolts are down in place. So now begins the fun of trying to get these back on the bolts. It was a pain in the butt to get these off, but I'm hoping that it's not as difficult to get them back on. The problem is the angle. When you're up underneath the truck, some of them are at weird angles. Let's see if we can knock this out. So I ran out of time the other night. It got too late, but I did get the bed finished up. Now I did actually end up going back and pulling those bolts out that go through the top and put some anti-seize on it. So hopefully maybe it won't be as big of an issue to take it off in the future. So I did do that, just didn't get it on camera. And then I did go back through and tighten them up with the impact wrench to make sure that this bed is good and secure. What I'm struggling with right now is getting the filler neck back in here. As you guys know, we had to put a new piece back here that goes from the tank to the filler neck. And I don't know, this filler neck, I don't know if it's normal for that thing to be like 2 foot long, but it's super long. So what I tried to do is make it kind of like a V. So I had both of them come down. All right, let me see if I can give you an illustration here. I had both of them come down like this and then tried to put them in together. The problem is it's not really wanting to go much further, so I need just like the tiniest bit to get that to slide over. Then that way I can get this bad boy tightened up on there, and then actually get it to meet up here so I can put these screws in it. So I'm gonna keep fighting with it and see if I can get it in there, because we're getting so close to being done. I think we've done it. All right, guys, this is the moment of truth. We're about to pull out of the driveway. Now, I'd be lying to you if I told you I lived 8 hours away or 400 miles or anything crazy like that. I live about 20 to 25 minutes from here. But for a truck that sat for almost 18 years, I'm just a little nervous, because what if a belt breaks? What if I blow out a tire? What if it starts to overheat, right? I don't know. So we're gonna stop at the gas station and get some gas, because this thing only has about 2 gallons in it. We put that new tank in it. But this is it, guys. Right here, this is when we're about to hit it. Pull out onto the open road. I've got my wife following behind me in the poor man's Jeep, the Jeep Cherokee XJ. But this is it, here we go. I wanted to capture this moment. Over 30 miles an hour. And as I turned on to the final road before I got the truck home, it really just hit me that this was the truck I learned how to drive a vehicle in. My grandpa would sit in the passenger side and he taught me how to drive in this truck. So I really just felt like that maybe, just possibly, he was sitting in the passenger side, smiling, riding with me. We did it. We made it home. Now, I will say there were some scary noises, okay? There were some squeaks, some rattles. Yeah, but we're here. in one piece. I don't have room actually in the concreted part of my driveway. So for now, it's just gonna go over to the side right here, but it feels good to have a truck in my driveway, man. We got a nice full tank of gas. Battery gauge looks fine. Temperature gauge looks good. And by the way, I don't know if we ever looked at that. This truck's sitting at 151,628 miles. The good news is I think that maybe that's not the original engine. I talked to a couple people around town, and apparently my grandpa actually had the engine removed and had dropped another engine in this thing. I can't verify, I don't have papers, but hey, at the end of the day though, man, I'm just gonna come out here sometimes and just sit, I think, and just sit in this thing and just think about, you know, all those times with my grandpa going to the farm in this truck, and now it's sitting in my driveway. Guys, this isn't the end of the F150 series. It was a super bumpy ride. This thing needs new tires. It's got flat spots on it. These guys are dry rot. We're eventually probably gonna do the front shocks, because why not match the Bilstein's front and back? And there's still many more repairs that need to be done on this thing. We gotta do spark plugs, we gotta do wires, we gotta do some other things to the truck. Oh man, but thank you guys for joining me on the F150 journey so far. Getting it home, we'll be doing a lot of work out here in the driveway as well, and then keep your eyes peeled, of course, for more with the Mach 1 Mustang series. Guys, I'll see you in the next one. I'm gonna go hang out with my truck. Peace out.